Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by XFC Welterweight Ryan Thomas. Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Ryan, you got a fight coming up December 13th at XFC 27. How's training been going for the fight?
Training's going good. I feel like I'm in very good shape. I've got a good game plan, and I'm healthy, so I'm ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a great fight.
Mm-hmm. At this stage of your training camp, what is training looking like these last couple days for you?
Well, today I did some Muay Thai, I hit some pads, and then tomorrow will be my last hard sparring day. And then Friday, I'm going to do some jiu-jitsu, and then Saturday will be a lighter striking day, and then I'll rest Sunday, and then next week will be pretty much just like getting my weight in check, not really taking any punches or anything next week, just kind of being safe next week, getting some light workouts in, and just making weight.
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to be taking on Dom Steele. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
I think he's a really tough guy. I think I'm more technical, but he's very dangerous. He's not somebody I want to take lightly. He's definitely got knockout power, and he's well-rounded. He's got a good wrestling base, too. He's experienced. He's fought for Bellator and Strikeforce, and he's a very exciting fighter. So I think we match up well. We both push the pace, and I think the XFC did a great job with the matchmaking on this one, and the fans are really going to be in for a treat.
Mm-hmm. How many fights do you have on your contract with XFC?
I had a 4-fight deal with them, and then I did one fight on that contract, so I've got 3 more.
Oh, okay.
After this one, I'll have 2 more.
Oh, okay. I see. Now, last time
2 fights I did for the XFC, they were just like single fight deals. They weren't for a long-term contract or anything. Where they told me if I want to fight for the title and want to get in the title race, I got to sign a 4-fight deal. So that's what I did.
Oh, I see. Some of the guys that they've signed have done that. They don't really get committed until they see what you can do in the cage. So, but anyways, last time out you fought Rocky France at XFC 25. It was a very good finish to the fight. You submitted him in the second round. How pleased were you with your performance in the fight?
I was pretty happy with it. I didn't strike as good in the first round as I should have. I took too many leg kicks. It didn't really bother me, but somebody that was kicking harder or mixing up their punches and kicks a little bit better than Rocky did could have hurt me more. So, it wasn't a perfect fight, but there's definitely room for improvement, and there will be improvement this time out. But it was a pretty good performance. I was real happy with the finish. The flying triangle was pretty cool, and I got some coverage on Inside MMA. Boss Rutan broke it down, so I was real happy with that. I've always wanted him to talk about one of my submissions or something, so that was pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. But I'll do better this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that breakdown that Boss did, he got very technical with it. I'm just curious, was Boss 100% accurate in the evaluation of that, or was it kind of just you were kind of going with the flow? Because the way Boss was saying it, when you brought that knee up, that lazy knee to get taken down, was that something that you were setting up constantly, or was it when you brought the knee up and he caught it, you just reacted and then went from one thing to another? Could you explain exactly what you were doing? Obviously, Boss broke it down for us, but from your perspective, what was going on in there?
Yeah, I rocked him with a left hook, and I seen he kind of wobbled, and I rushed in and got the Muay Thai clinch. I think I threw an elbow and got the Muay Thai clinch, and I was throwing some knees, and Boss said it sounded a lot better when Boss said it, but right. He said that I threw 3 knees, and then I threw a light knee, so that he would grab my knee.
Right.
And take a single leg so I could jump into the flying triangle. But that wasn't really what I did. I guess I just threw 3 good knees and 1 wimpy knee. But he caught one of them. I went ahead and did the flying triangle. But I wasn't thinking to throw a light knee and let him grab it. But it sounded a lot better if I would have had that all planned out. But he grabbed it and I just went with it. I'm real good if somebody grabs a single leg and I get my foot on the outside. If they give me 1 second, I do that flying triangle, and they're kind of sunk in before they even know what happened, and then I just went from triangle to armbar until I got one of them. I had the armbar, and he yelled on the armbar, so I thought that might have been a verbal submission.
Right.
I said something to the referee. I said, he yelled, but he said, I don't know, he said keep going or something. So then went back to the triangle and choked him out the triangle.
Mm-hmm. Is that a move, the flying triangle, that is that a move that you're hitting all the time in practice?
Yeah. I'm real good at that. Yeah, I get it in practice. I've got some black belts with that. And usually if I lock up that triangle, they don't get out of it. So I'm real sneaky with that. I try to, like in the wrestling practice and stuff, I don't really do it. I try to work on my takedown defense. If it's like during a wrestling practice, but during like a sparring or something, I'll go ahead and throw stuff out like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, the fight before that, you also fought against Rocky France. I'm just curious, why was there an immediate rematch? What was going on? Why did XFC decide to put that fight back together again and make a rematch?
Well, originally I was supposed to fight this guy named Ian Stevens,
right,
who was like undefeated and supposed to be a real good wrestler and supposed to be really good, and he was like, I don't know, a big up-and-comer for the XFC, but from what I was told, it was probably maybe a week, a little over a week before the fight, there was like an Ultimate Fighter tryout for 185, and I heard that he went down to the tryouts and tried out for that and made it through the little tryouts. But I mean, that doesn't mean you're on the show. You still have to do all kinds of stuff and fly out and do a bunch of evaluations and psych evaluations and drug tests and all kinds of stuff and more interviews. But I guess from what I heard is he got through that first little phase and then decided like he didn't want to fight me. He just wanted to try to get on the show, which I think was, I don't know, kind of a messed up thing to do, because I need to fight. Fighters get paid to fight. We don't get paid to train, and when you only have 3 or 4 fights a year, that's really important that you live up to your end of the bargain when you sign the contract to fight. And he was on a long-term deal with the XFC, so he wasn't even really supposed to be, I don't know, doing all that. And ended up, I don't know, I think he filed with the XFC about it, and they ended up letting him out of the contract. But then I was stuck with no opponent, and I was told that the fight was canceled because they couldn't find anybody to fight me. But I had Rocky France for Coliseum Combat a few months before, and it was actually like a really good fight. Like, his record's really bad. It's not good, but he fights like a lot of UFC veterans. He'll only fight tough guys. Like, he's still calling me out. He wants to fight me again, actually, from what I've been told. But he's just a really tough dude, and the first fight we had, it was actually a really good fight. It was a lot bloodier than the second time we fought, but it was a good fight. He hit me with some good shots, and it was a competitive fight. And I think on paper, when Prisco heard that Rocky France, like, because John Prisco, the XFC president, called me and said that the fight's off. They can't find anybody on short notice. And then I guess Rocky France got a hold of them and said, I'll fight. And at first, John Prisco said no. His record's only like 3-5 or something, so we're not going to let him fight Ryan Thomas. It looks bad on paper, but then Mr. Prisco watched the first fight and said that was a really good fight, so he went ahead and booked the fight, and it worked out well for me because I still got to collect a paycheck. So I think it worked out for the fans too, because it was a good fight. Had a little bit of everything.
Definitely. Coliseum Combat, you're their welterweight title holder. Are there any plans for you to defend that belt again?
Yeah, I want to. Mark Slater runs that organization. He's a really, really good guy. I really like him. And my XFC deal says that I can fight outside of their promotion as long as I have their written approval. And when I signed the contract, I asked them, hey, would you guys actually let me fight for the Coliseum Combat again and maybe defend my title? And they said, oh, we'll let you. So, I mean, I haven't yet. I haven't been offered to fight again. They've been having some other title fights and stuff. They haven't got back around to my weight class, and it kind of seems like the XFC is going to be keeping me busy. I just fought 3 months ago. I'm fighting again. Hopefully they keep me fighting every 3 months. I like fighting for both those organizations. And Coliseum Combat's only like an hour and a half from my hometown, and I'm from Indianola, Illinois. It's like real close to the Illinois-Indiana border, like in about in the middle of the state, or like going up and down. But so my friends and family can all drive out to the fight, so I like fighting for them. But I want to fight for them again.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Now, could you explain how you go about getting approval or permission to take a fight outside the organization? Is it something where you just go to John Prisco or whoever and say, hey, I got this offer, can I take it? Is it something where the promoter goes to them and says, can we have Ryan Thomas, and then they offer you a fight? Could you explain how the permission is granted?
Well, I haven't done it yet, but I believe how it works is just say Coliseum Combat wants me to fight for them, then either me or my manager, I'll probably have my manager do it, I'll have him get a hold of John Prisco with the XFC and just ask permission, and if they give me permission, then they will like write it on paper or something that I can fight for whichever organization they approve. But they're only going to do it if the XFC doesn't have plans for me to fight, like, you know, in the near future, or maybe if they're not going to have me fight for 6 months, then they'll let me fight like 3 months, you know, before their fight or something. But they're not going to let me fight like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before their fight, because I mean, obviously they've got to take care of their own organization and put themselves first. But they'll try to help me out if they can. If they're not keeping me busy, it sounds like they'll let me fight for other organizations, which I think is really cool. I think a lot of other organizations wouldn't do that.
Now, you're 3-0 in the XFC, and you're currently on a 5-fight win streak. Has the XFC told you anything about a title shot should you win on December 13th?
No, nobody said anything. I hope I'm getting close. I think I've got as many wins as anybody in the welterweight division. So I mean, all I can do is just keep going there and kicking ass. That's what they pay me for. But I mean, hopefully I'll get a title shot soon. Maybe if I put it on a good performance against Dom Steele, I'll get one. Mm-hmm. I want to fight for the title.
Mm-hmm. Outside of you, I think the only guy that would make sense to get a title shot is Luis Santos. He's the only other guy who's got the kind of wins that you do under the XFC banner, and I think a fight between you and him would be a great fight. Is that a fight that you're open to?
I'd probably rather not, because we train together, and I talked to my coaches about it, and they're not too happy about us fighting each other. But that's just something that we'd have to talk to our coaches and management and everything if that gets thrown our way. But I mean, I'm not gonna call them out on the radio or anything like that.
Right. That's why I brought it up, because you guys are both under the American Top Team banner. So I just figured to see where your head was at on a potential matchup with him if they offer it.
About a little bit. I mean, and we both kind of decided it's not something we really want to do. And he told me that his contract's over now with the XFC. He told me that probably a month or two ago. So I don't know. He doesn't speak real good English. Maybe I understood, but I think he's, or maybe he'll re-sign another contract. I don't know, but I think he said his contract's over. Mm-hmm. Maybe I think he's 3-0 just like me, so maybe he only had a 3-fight deal. I don't know.
I see. Now, XFC as an organization, how have they been treating you? You know, obviously you fought for them a couple times and you've signed on with them, so it's got to be going well on your end. But compare them to some of the other organizations you fought for. Where do they rank? They're right up there. I haven't really had any bad experience. Everybody's treated me good. Everybody's paid me. I mean, they're doing a good job. I'm always fighting on TV with them. All 3 of my fights are televised. They're keeping me busy. I think they're marketing me well. They're setting me up with a lot of interviews and like giving me shout outs on their Facebook and Twitter and stuff. So I'm real happy with fighting for the XFC. They're treating me well. Mm-hmm. Definitely. But everyone has. The UFC, they treated me well too. Like I went 0-2 in the UFC. I fought Ben Saunders on 12 days' notice and got armbarred, and then I was beating Matt Brown. I fought him, but I ended up getting armbarred by him too. But both fights they gave me a bonus, even though I lost. I got a bonus check, so that's pretty
pretty sweet. So, I mean, I had a good experience with the UFC, and then for Bellator, I don't know if you remember the fight, but the first time I fought Ben Askren,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
a real controversial call where like the referee screwed up and said that I was like choked out or tapped out or something, and that wasn't the case. I never passed out, and it was more of a neck crank than anything, and it wasn't even really a choke. I mean, I didn't tap out and I didn't fall asleep, but they said that the fight's over, but Jordan Revenue was like real cool about it, and he gave me a rematch with Ben Askren and put me back in the season 2 welterweight tournament. So, I mean, as far as the 3 biggest organizations I've fought for, they've all taken real good care of me. I've had any bad experiences, and the smaller shows like Coliseum Combat and Courage Fighting Championships, and they've all treated me well too.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, you're on a 5-fight win streak right now, and all those wins in this 5-fight streak you got going on have been stoppages. Just curious, do you feel that you've improved a lot? Because, from my personal point of view, I think that you've looked better than ever in these fights. I think you've improved a lot, and you're getting better day by day. But do you feel that you've improved a lot?
Yeah, I think I've improved leaps and bounds from the fighter I was when I was in UFC and Bellator, because I'm an American top team now. I'm fighting full-time now. Like back when I was in the UFC, I was a 22-year-old college student just training after my classes and stuff. And then, I didn't have like a real, I don't know, stable coaches and training like environment. And the same with Bellator. When I was fighting in Bellator, I'd have to drive like a half hour, 45 minutes to do jiu-jitsu. I'd have to drive an hour and 15 to do Muay Thai. I'd have to go to like a local high school to get like wrestling practice in. So it wasn't anything like I have now. Now I'm an American top team, and I live like a mile from the gym. And I mean, all that stuff is in one spot. 'Cause I live like kind of like in the country in Illinois, my hometown, and everything's spread out. But here, I've got everything right here. And I'm just very blessed now. All the coaches really took me under their wing, and I've got a really, really talented stable of fighters that I can spar with and learn from. And I've been down here for over 3 years now, and that's given me enough time to make some changes I need to make. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still got a lot of improvement to make. I'm getting better every day, but I'm doing the right things, and it's starting to show in my fights.
Mm-hmm. Besides the training that you're doing now, is there anything else? Is there any other factors that have led to this 5-fight win streak and this kind of rapid improvement that's gone on in your career? Is there anything else besides the great training you're getting now?
Mainly the training. I'm eating cleaner. I like to learn about nutrition. I'm always like researching stuff, so I'm cleaning up my eating habits and everything constantly. But other than that, I don't know. Just mainly the training, and I'm doing it full time. I'm not going to school or working 40 hours a week or something. I just get to focus on training and fighting, and when I'm not training, I just get to relax. I don't have a lot of distractions,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I don't have like kids or anything like that. I can just focus on myself and be a little selfish, because you need to be a little bit selfish to be successful in this sport, is my opinion, and I get to do that.
Mm-hmm. Are you a full-time fighter, or do you have a second job?
No, I fight full-time. I teach kids every afternoon for like an hour and a half, and then 3 days a week I teach adults a little bit. But when I teach the adults, I can train with them. I grapple with them. I do like the striking classes and stuff with them. I teach striking, and so I get to mix up with them. And then the kids, that's just fun for me. I went to school to be an elementary teacher, and I got my degree and everything. So I really enjoy that, and I have a lot of fun with the kids. So I don't really look at it as a job. It's just kind of a little extra income, and I live right by the gym, like I said earlier. So it's no big deal. It's more of a hobby, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So when you're preparing for a fight, like let's say this upcoming week where you said that you're going to just kind of take it light and worry about your weight, will you still teach class, or will you kind of just not worry about the class and just kind of focus on your fight? Could you explain what you do on a fight week?
Yeah. I still do my hard training in the morning, and like every morning, Monday through Saturday, I train really hard in the morning with all the pros and everything. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I teach at night at a different American top team, one in Pompano Beach, which Master Conan runs. And he the first hour he teaches jiu-jitsu, and I'm kind of like his assistant. And then the second hour I teach the MMA. But the first hour, a lot of the times I'll just grapple with everybody and learn from Master Conan. So I'm still learning. It's still good for me. But this week I took it easy on Monday and Wednesday, and today I didn't go Monday and Wednesday. I had somebody fill in for me and teach my class, so I can kind of I don't know, not get stressed out and everything. I got a lot going on with getting the medicals done and doing applications and stuff for like the license and everything. I got kind of swamped this week, so I'm just getting all that taken care of. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit lighter this week. But as far as my kids program, I still taught that. I will be teaching that every day this week, but it's only an hour and a half. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, but I'm going to teach Friday though.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you said it or not, but what do you teach the kids in? Is it an MMA class? Is it a jiu-jitsu class? Could you explain what?
I teach a little bit of everything. It's like an after-school program. Mm-hmm. How they do it? Well, in the summertime, it's a summer camp, but when their school's going on, it's an after-school program. An American Top Team has like 3 school buses, or they're like little mini buses with the American Top Team logo on them. When the school's out, these 3 buses go to different schools and pick up kids. I think there's probably like 30 to 40 kids depending on the day, and they bring these kids to American Top Team, and they and there's like 3 teachers. There's usually like 3 or 4 teachers in a big classroom at American Top Team. And when the kids come there after school, the buses bring them there, and they'll like eat a snack and maybe do a little bit of homework, and then I'll come there and I'll take the kids. It's in 2 different groups. Each group's 45 minutes. The first group is like 5 to 8-year-olds, and the second group's like 8 to 11-year-olds. So I'll take the first group and I'll bring them to the mats, and then while I'm teaching the first group, the second group will be doing their homework with the teachers, and the teachers will be helping them. And then so I'll take them to the mats, and we'll do like some warm-ups and jumping jacks and stuff, and I might show them like some hip escapes or like duck walk, like it's like a part of like a shot, how to do like a double leg. And the little kids, we work on a lot of locomotive skills like skipping and jumping and galloping and all that stuff. And then I'll show like, I don't know, maybe like a scissor sweep, like a sweep, or like how to pass the guard. Or one week it might be like wrestling, or it might be like a push kick or something. I kind of teach like jiu-jitsu one week, and then wrestling one week, and then striking one week. And I talk to them about bullying and like being respectful, and I'll talk to them about all kinds of different stuff to kind of make them like better students and stuff. And then so then I take the first group back to the classroom, and then I grab the second group, and then the first group is now they're doing their homework with the teachers, and I'll go train the second group, and we'll do the same thing. We'll do some warm ups, and I'll talk to them about like bullying and all that stuff, and then train them a little bit, and then we always, like the last 10 minutes of class, we'll do like a little game or something. So it's good.
Oh, I see.
Like it. Mm-hmm. And then the parents come and pick the kids up later on, and they already ate some snacks and got their homework done and learned about respect and discipline and courtesy and all that stuff, and got some training in, and it's a good little program they have at American Top Team. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. 2 more things, Ryan, before I let you go. The first thing is Thanksgiving. Last week was Thanksgiving, and you're in the middle of a training camp. Just curious, what was it like for you?
It was just kind of chill. Just me, my roommate, and some buddies came over to the house, and we just cooked chili and had like a healthy sweet potato casserole, and just kind of ate clean, kind of like just a relaxing, chill Thanksgiving. Nothing crazy. Yeah, like the last 3 years, the XFCs. I love being on their big show at the end of the year, but the last 3 years has always been right after Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of used to it. But maybe one year I'll be able to go all out on Thanksgiving and just pig out, but not this year.
Mm-hmm. Right. Ryan, real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
Yeah, let me think. American Top Team, everybody there that's helped me for the fight, the coaches, the fighters, everybody. Then my sponsors, Brawlin Mall, Gold Rush Pawn Shop, KCM Distribution, Robinson Auto Body, Coastline Marketing Group, Rowdy Star Custom Creations, Bad Boy Bail Bonds, Iron Bear Fight Gear, and Enlightening Fashion. And then to all the fans, make sure you tune in next Friday. Watch me and Dom Steele, and then the other card. It's stacked. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a really great night of fights. It's on Access TV. Check your local provider for the channel, and then if you're up in that area, come out to the fight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Ryan, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck December 13th at XFC 27 against Dom Steele.
All right, thanks for the interview. Take care.